many of these coaches that I'm working with personally, and they are serving me, I am also seeing the landscape and the horizon on how this interconnected collective is going to serve them. See, the way that I see this work, we are a weaver of worlds here. That is my purpose. That's my divine life purpose that it took me years to center in on. And I mean, I did the legwork. I did the really deep internal work first. And then once I got to that point of knowing who it was that I personally am, then at that point, we're able to bring that to the next stage, the next step, so to speak, of like knowing who it is that you're here to serve with all that you have learned about yourself. You see? I feel just ignited by your presence, by your, I feel ignited by the frequency that you're sharing here with me. The energy is superb. Oh man, I've been in the chat box with so many of you all week, and have we had some like amazing insights that we've gleaned together through the co-creative process that I am here to facilitate? I know many of you are here to facilitate it as well. Otherwise, you wouldn't be called to me. You see, that is the power of intentional language used. I've been using language that was very airy-fairy. That's a term that was given to me by a previous employer. You're too airy-fairy. You're too up in the clouds. You're, all this spiritual mumbo jumbo. It's confusing, and confused people don't buy. That was a little like tongue lashing that I received at one point in time, but I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for it because of all that I learned while I was doing that work that I was doing as a social media manager and a copywriter. And also, like, I was actually serving as a coach to those who had hired me to serve as an employee to up-level their business, okay? Like, this is the epiphany that I received while I was showing up every day, working 12 to 15 hour days, ghostwriting ebooks for my employers that would have their name on it, something I had written, and it's something that was going to serve to bring in thousands of clients, multi-thousands of dollars for their offerings, okay? This is, but this was a very integral step in my spirit-led work. We all have to put in the legwork. It's just like any other goal-setting process. I hop in and out of paradigms all the time. I used to do CrossFit. I used to, set goals and intentional ways for weight loss. And it's really a lot of the same framework that is integrated into the building of a business is what I have learned. It's muscles that we are building. And at first, whenever we haven't been doing this work, our muscles feel atrophied, like we can't do that heavy lifting. And so we have to start foundational and I don't want to say the word small because it's big. It's all big work. It's all deep work. And that's actually one of the mindsets that I aim to bring to the table here. You see, we've been in a pyramidal paradigm for quite some time now. We've been in this pyramid paradigm, and someone asked me, I can't remember who, but they're like, so what is it that you're doing? Is it multi-level marketing? And it's like, Oh, wow. Okay, let's unpack that. Multi-level marketing is just another facet of that pyramidal paradigm where, there's like all of these here's the concept that and it's all over social media. It's all over the marketing like strategies that are being used on social media right now. And honestly, it's a paradigm that's dying, but as with the death throes of any animal, the death throes that's whenever the most punch is packed, and that's a lot of the hostility and that bro marketing concept that you're really we're feeling bombarded by it right now, and that's the reason why. It's because this paradigm, it's shifting. That old one is dying, the pyramid scheme, so to speak, where there are gurus on the high mountaintop and they have all the answers. And then the underlings down below, they're all the wannabes, like the wannabes in the group container that all aspire to be like the guru on the mountaintop. That's what we're throwing that out, y'all. That's like going away, okay? Like we are actively shifting that, but it's gonna take some time. And the important thing is concerted and consistent efforts that build momentum with time. I'll repeat that. It's concerted and consistent efforts that build momentum with time. And this is true on a microscopic level as well as the macroscopic collective level of our interconnected collective. We have to start with the individual, and that is where the magic begins. Starting with the individual of concerted and consistent efforts that build that momentum with time. You have to start with your set of tools that for many of us, myself included, it takes so many years. It takes years to accumulate all of that. I mean, I'm not talking about just like your modalities or like your certifications. Like that's part of it. That's absolutely part of it. But it's like, it's also your experiences, okay? I mean, we all have like a certain talent that we're born with. Like my talent, I was born with the ability as a wordsmith, okay? I have like so much fun. I'm lit up by the written word and playing with all the nuanced frequencies that the written and spoken word can weave into the psyches of others that I am intentionally connecting with. That is my jam, right? And it's always been my jam. I was published in, multiple different publications, even as a child, my short stories, my poetry, like long before I had any kind of spiritual philosophy, because I grew up in like an atheistic household. But I will say that there were little breadcrumbs along the way that kind of gave me an inkling, gave me hints that, this is the work that will light me up one day. Example. Anytime I went to my local Renaissance festival, like the first thing that I was like really excited to partake in, like some people wanted to go see the shows, the funny, the drench the wench games, and other people wanted to go to the jousting. I wanted to go and get my palm read, y'all, like because that shit just like got me pumped. That got me excited. Like, and I would always like tell my family I was going somewhere else because they didn't jive with that kind of thing, and so it was something I kept hidden from them. I also would keep hidden like different books that I would get from my local library about astrology and numerology and the teachings of the ancient wise ones, and also past life regression therapy. All of this, it was like absolutely fascinating to me before I ever was putting it to use. Do you see? And it's something that we feel inside of ourselves. It's something, that's why we have to get in tune with our own infinite heart space first before we ever know who it is that we're here to serve.